Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of our Healy Solutions series on the topic of anxiety and stress support. I'm super glad you're here with us tonight, and I'm honored to introduce our guest speaker. We're going to be hearing from Nichole Kuechle. She has been a member with us for a little over 2 years now. She's a board certified holistic health practitioner, and I think you're going to learn a lot from her. So without further ado, we're going to share our presentation. And Nichole, take it away.
Hello, my gosh, thanks for having me. I actually had to giggle a bit when I got the request, knowing the topic was stress and anxiety, and I was like, who has been in my subconscious mind, who has been hanging around as a fly on the wall in my life at the moment? I don't know about all of you, but summer is such an amazing time to for me, like this, the slowing down and the getting into a new rhythm, but all of a sudden you're halfway through the summer and you're like, things have to start shifting again. So we're going to talk about stress and anxiety, and we're going to talk about really what Healy is, how it works, and how we can use it to support this various mental emotional state that we experience. What is Healy? So I'm like literally setting my energy cycles program right now. And FYI, this energy regeneration program has shown up for me several times this week. Okay, so Healy's a personal, wearable, compact device. It's designed to harmonize the body's energetic fields with individualized microcurrent frequency programs. It's this beautiful blend of silence, of science and holistic wellness. And the personalization of it, which is just absolutely incredible, right? Like in the work that I do in holistic health, it's all about bio-individual care. And that is literally what the Healy does. You get this very individualized program for you, or like a few of us were running programs for our pets before we started the webinar. We can really use it in so many different ways. It is an FDA cleared class 2 medical device, and that's in the world of relief of like acute, chronic, and arthritic pain, as well as muscle soreness. And so I think that right there really says a lot about really the science that goes into the background of the Healy. And again, I'm trying to get around the word therapy. It delivers personalized frequency programs, and it helps to bring the body back into balance. And so one of the favorite things that I like to say is it helps to really iron out the sheets, right? It's like we have this major information field that we're surrounded by, and think about how we're inundated with so much information every day, and so much of it doesn't belong to us, and so much of it we don't actually need to carry around with us. And so it kind of shows up and it just smooths that out. It's a little like when someone says, come sit down, listen to my lecture, take what matters to you and leave the rest, right? With the Healy knows how to read your frequency. There's a cool analysis option that is really how you can hone in and create what is individual to you. Next slide. Stress and anxiety are natural responses to challenging or overwhelming situations, says every mother home with children all summer long, right? And stress is usually linked to more like external stressors. So when we think of like work demands, family demands, uh like relationships, finances, right? I think about those are all the things that are coming at you that just feel very overwhelming. And anxiety can have this funny little way of sort of like cropping up without any real apparent reason. It can pop up, and it also can be sort of, constantly in the background for people. Both of them totally disrupt that balance between mind and body, and really have kind of a very negative impact on that overall health and well-being. And some of that can result in like just a sense of fogginess and lack of clarity, and restlessness, fatigue. For some people, even like waking. A lot of women in particular will wake that sort of like 90 minutes, they wake up 90 minutes after they fall asleep, right? And that's like your endocrine system, that's your adrenals, that's your heart, kind of waking you up at the wrong time. And maybe you fell asleep really beautifully and you were like, very relaxed, but all of a sudden your heart is racing and, your throat feels like it's in your chest, right? And it's just like, what is that? That's anxiety. It's very frustrating to experience. Next slide. Let's talk about how frequency connects to emotion. Emotional states such as stress and anxiety are associated with measurable changes in the body's energetic patterns. These negative states often correspond with disruptions in bioenergetic regulation, like a system operating out of sync. And how many times do we say that? We're like, something is off, but I can't put my finger on it, or I just feel totally out of whack, or even that sense of like balance, schmalance, right? Like a lot of moms will say, like, in order to have something go well over here in life, it means something is really getting ignored over here. And that is just like that's a complete, that's just a complete disruption. Healy's frequency programs aim to support the restoration of bioenergetic coherence. So we want that physiological balance, we want that emotional stability, and more importantly, we want this sense of resilience. And the word I really like to use is adaptability. Like I just got off of a client call with a client in Japan, and watching what it took for her to prep for this, across the world move and then land there, her resiliency and her adaptability is what has gone out. And it's what allows for like a disruption in her coherence, right? And so we were just talking about how she can use her Healy to run some lung harmony programs to help her deal with the lack of resilience and the lack of adaptability that showed up in that big, big move. So, how Healy supports balance amid anxiety and stress. These are through targeted IMF programs. Remember, individualized microcurrent frequency. Say that 3 times really fast. Relaxation. So these are some specific programs. Also, I made a list of some of my faves that I'll just kind of rattle off when we have time. Relaxation program harmonizes your stress response and restores your sense of balance. Honestly, the Healy just knows. And as much as I love that we say, like, pointing out this program and that program for how it will benefit you, I think the most important thing that we need to remember too is we can just go into that blue app and we can run that resonance analysis and trust that whatever comes up is exactly what we need. And the reason I think that is so important is we walk around asking the world around us for feedback on how we feel, right? Like, what should I do about this? And there's such a lack of just that inner state of trust. So all of these programs are awesome, and jot them down and, put them in your archives. And don't forget to just run that analysis and truly trust that what's coming up is that top program that your body, mind, and spirit really need. Emotional well-being is a program that harmonizes mood swings and helps reduce feelings of overwhelm. And let's remember, a lot of times we bring on the overwhelm ourselves. Like we plan the vacation and then we rush to do all the things so that we can go on vacation to not need a vacation from the vacation, right? Or we pack all the things into summer. Inner strength, love that program. That is energetic harmonization of self-confidence when you feel uncertain or insecure. So that's a really good one if you're like you have to lead a meeting or you have to give a presentation and you're not used to that, or it's your first time, or it's a new community or new group. Yeah, these are really, really good programs. Balanced nerves. This is actually like among my probably top like 10 or 15. It completely helps to promote calm. And there's a million reasons why you could use this. Anxiety and stress just being, two of them. Really great program. And then sleep. Actually, anything from job sleep, I think it could qualify under the anxiety and stress category altogether. And the reason is we need that quality sleep. It's foundational for that emotional regulation and that restoration. We need that restoration. If not, everything is off kilter um, in life. Like I said, I'll give some program suggestions later in the fall. Research-backed wellness. Microcurrent therapy has been shown to positively influence neurotransmitter activity, including serotonin and dopamine, key players in mood and emotional regulation. Healy's frequencies work at the cellular level, right? I've got my wristbands on right now, so running more of a cellular microcurrent program, which encourages ATP production and better communication between cells, and that supports better, brain function and emotional balance. So you get that body, mind, spirit, that perfect peaceful harmony that we call, that really beautiful blend of that body, mind, and spirit. Ooh, success stories. Okay, let's read a couple of these testimonials. So Sherry says, Healy helped me address stress from my heavy workload, especially during COVID years. Self-confidence program in Souls, oh, love Soul Cycle, helped me cope with stress and anxiety, especially with new clients. The learning program group helps with stressful situations, and running relaxation, coherence, and study programs in Meg Healy atmosphere has been beneficial to me and to my students of all ages. Also, the Gold Cycle Relax program helps me to stay calm at doctor's appointments. That's genius right there. Like, write all of those down or take a picture of the screen. Um, Michaela says, when feeling overwhelmed with stress and anxiety, whether my own or from family or work environment, I like to run mental balance. Acute, pure calm and deep cycle, or Aura Pure in Soul Cycle. For Mag Healy, I run stress in atmosphere program group, followed by nerve harmony in the McMakin program group, or relaxation in atmosphere. I also find positive thoughts and extreme tension in the job program group very helpful. These are so great. And they're also making me realize I didn't add any of my favorite MAG programs to my list, but I could throw a few out there. Lifestyle synergy. Okay, in this doesn't mean anything. Okay, so but I'm going to throw this out there. Like the whole world of biohacking, though I'm 1,000% on board, it's so male energy oriented. And so I really like to think about all of the positive habits that I've created for myself and habit stacking. It's like my way of making multitasking okay in my world, right? So all of these things that we already do are enhanced by bringing the Healy into our life. So we have beautiful self-care practices like meditation or breath work or journaling or, visualization. And oh my word, if you can run a program on the Healy, if you can run an atmosphere program on the Meg. I mean, yesterday I was here seeing clients and I had the Meg Healy like tucked into the front of my jeans, running like a soft tissue program on my belly. If you can run the Meg while you are in the bathtub, like being in the water completely amplifies frequencies and it's just so completely yummy. Anytime that you are in nature, anytime that you are moving your body, you're clearing your mind and you're elevating your mood. So if you are also running the Healy alongside that particular rhythm or routine, you are again going to just completely enhance the experience that you're having. And yeah, nourishing foods. Obviously, we need to be consuming nourishing foods that support our brain health, right? We know about the antioxidants, we know about the polyphenols, we know about the healthy fats, we know about the clean proteins, we know about the what is it now, the clean 15 and the dirty dozen. Running the Healy, so actually running the MAG under children playing or family harmony are two programs that I really love to run around meal times in my house. Like it's a busy time. People are coming and going. There's like coming home from work, leaving for nanny jobs, getting ready for soccer practice. Sometimes my day hasn't even ended, and my commute of, 15 steps from the back office into the kitchen is not enough time for me to like back to self and regroup. So I literally turn to the mag to just help me harmonize and balance out that space. And it's no joke the difference it makes. If I forget to do it, I have to like check myself because I'm still so easily stuck in my day instead of having something help me move that energy and circulate that energy. Daily consistency, people ask all the time, like, how many sessions are too many? And, how many sessions are appropriate to run? If you're using, like wristbands or electrodes, I don't know much about the high wave yet because I don't have one, but dang, it's on my wish list. 1 to 2 sessions a day is like really phenomenal. I've really only ever done 3 if I'm like really in like a bad way and not feeling great at all. And here's the other thing to remember, like if you are here listening to this, it's because you're like, you don't even need convincing, right? Even if you don't have a Healy, you're just like, you get it, or you wouldn't be listening to this conversation right now. And for those of you who are what I call Healy havers, right, you're already in, you already get it. You already, you know, like completely um love it, but we can forget that we have the tools. So, for example, we have all this really, really crappy air quality here in Minnesota right now from the Canadian wildfires. And I have been sitting with a solid headache. I'm not a headache person for like 2 days, where like I wake up in the night and it's like splitting and throbbing. And I've thrown all the things at it and I've done all the things and like, sat upside down, like all of it. And then this morning I was like, oh, run the migraine program with the electrodes on the back of the neck. And it was like gone in 10 minutes. And I was just, right, like just it's silly the things that we forget. So don't be hard on yourself. Really just surround yourself by the like habits and beautiful things. I say that because a lot of the things we have are things, right? But like when we see beauty in them and we can allow them to like nurture us and nourish us, just let's like all the better. Empowerment is like one of my favorite conversations. It's really why I love working with moms and other practitioners because we kind of lose our sense of power. We can really easily give it away in our day and in our busy lives. And Healy supports your body in restoring energetic harmony. It helps you feel more balanced, more grounded, and emotionally at peace. It really truly becomes your personal tool for turning stress and anxiety into serenity. I've got to tell you a funny story here. Now that we're talking about like sharing the feeling, when I learned that there was like a leveraged income opportunity with Healy, I immediately picked up my phone and sent a text to my friend who's a chiropractor. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea this was a leveraged, like income or marketing opportunity. I'm totally here for the device. Like I came for the device for my daughter. I don't have time and space. I run a busy practice. And she's like, no, 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 it's great. Like a lot of my clients just buy it because it's just so completely beneficial. And I didn't do anything but my norm, which is like a picture of my journal and my dog's cute face, and a coffee cup on my lap every morning. It just happened to be that the Healy was sitting on my journal. And within 1 month, I had 3 acquaintances, and I'm saying acquaintances, people that I hadn't had conversations with easily in 3 to 6 or 9 months. And those conversations were literally just DMs who were like, hey, is that a Healy? Do you have a link? And I'm like, well, yeah, okay. And I sent that off. And true story, y'all, true story. The next month, my chiropractor friend called and said, hey, you might want to check your back office for your commission because I think you like moved a little energy in the Healy world last month. And I was like, yeah, I think I sold 3 of those things. And so I'm thinking like it's probably a great date night, like steak dinner, right? People, it was $1,800 of commission. And suddenly, this girl who was like, yeah, I don't have time and space for that leveraged income was suddenly paying attention because I didn't do anything but share organically what I was doing. And it was the stinking picture of the Healy, right? So I share from the perspective of I can make things way too like complex for myself, and I see how we do that everywhere in our lives. So sharing Healy is not like, hey, look, there's this thing you have to buy. You literally just share from your experience. So experiencing that emotional freedom literally helps other people do the same. It creates like a clearing and like a really beautiful magnetic reciprocity of energy for people to step into. You are literally sharing peace of mind, you're sharing empowerment, you're sharing possibility. When you refer just two people who purchase a Healy Pro, I got the Obsidian here, but my Pro is sitting charging over here. You can earn up to 700 something in bonuses. So it does truly become a meaningful financial opportunity. And this girl went from like, yeah, no, I'm, not interested. I don't have the time and space for that to 5 months later, literally paying a 1 year college tuition bill just by transferring the dollar amount. Like I nearly tipped over. So the more you share, the more you can earn and the more you can unlock additional commissions, which I don't even understand yet, right? But like I'm here for it, right? There's just like it's an incredible opportunity. And you're making a huge difference by changing lives and creating like a community of people who are just very grounded and centered. And it's quite amazing. If you are ready to experience Healy for yourself, if you're ready to shift that emotional state, lighten up your mood, like shake things up a little bit, maybe feel more like you again, here's what I tell people. Like it's been a little over 2 years and a quarter that I've been using my Healy and my mags and now my Obsidian for the past handful of months. It's the thing that brought me back home. It's like I'm 48 and I've never felt so like self-centered and grounded in my life. So it's very, very powerful. Let's talk about how Healy can support that unique wellness opportunity. There may be some special offers available today. So definitely connect with the person who invited you to this webinar. They'll be able to share all of that information with you.
Wow, thank you so much, Nichole, for sharing your expertise. It's so great to hear from someone who has such knowledge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right now.